Welcome to the new moon in Libra reading. We've got 3 cards, 3 very Libra cards. We've got this Lotus Pink Mercy card. We've got the Iris, Water Iris card, Temperance also, and the World card. Very Libra. Also, my moon is in Libra, and I'm trying to get this ambiance right. Anywho, so we've got the Lotus Pink card, and I'm feeling this vibe a lot right now. I ran up against this in therapy, the difference between empathetic and sympathetic. And I am a very empathetic person. Some are empathetic and sympathetic. I'm not very sympathetic. I'm not sympathetic to myself. I'm not often sympathetic to others. And I feel that that is something that I have shut down specifically. But it no longer serves me. It may have served me for a time, but it no longer serves me. And so this card hits really strongly for me, thinking about it as pink being the mixture between white and red. So we've got the crown chakra and the root chakra. And so the mixture of those two things is how we ground ourselves into our reality and how we connect to our spirit. And it's really important right now that we really take into account how we are conduits for the earth and spirit, or other dimensions, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, like whatever works for you as an archetype. Just understand that you are more than your physical being. And if you understand that you're more than your physical being, then you understand that there's more outside of our physical being. Quantum physics. So excited to talk about that more. But this is really what's coming to reality right now, and we have to center ourselves and understand that we are conduits, and understand that we're working with multiple realities: our physical reality and grounding into that, and our spiritual reality, or alternate reality that we're trying to connect ourselves to, so that we're not just running ourselves into the ground over and over and over again. We have a real opportunity to take this and run with it, and to be better and feel better and be healthier and have healthier ecosystems and work with the earth and work with spirit for our highest good. If we can have mercy with ourselves, mercy with others, and for those that you feel that you can't have mercy on, that's a call for you to extract yourself from the situation. And I really want to empower us all to know that we can extract ourselves from any situation that we can't find mercy. And if we can't find mercy, that means we flip into anger, depression, anxiety, stress, all of these things. We have to find a way to pull ourselves out of it, because we have to have mercy for ourselves. We deserve that. We deserve that extra step of constantly checking in with ourselves and making sure what feels good and what doesn't feel good. Am I completely all over the place mentally and emotionally that I can't get grounded? Am I around people who don't facilitate mercy for me, who care about how I feel and how I'm doing? Depression, anxiety are rampant, and they're destroying us, but from an emotional standpoint. And then that affects us physically. So this is our opportunity to have more mercy, to understand that we are a conduit, and to work with that in whatever fashion suits you. It can be very simple, it can be very elaborate. It really doesn't matter, as long as you are getting centered in the fact that you are more than your physical being, and you must have mercy for both aspects of yourself. Then we have the Iris card. Water Iris, iridescent, temperance. Water really gives me subconscious and emotional realm vibes. And Iris, the root word of iridescent is iris, and it's kind of a descriptor of these petals. They're usually tricolored, and they phase in out of each other. No, actually, it's just like, let's say it's yellow, blue in the middle, then yellow, and then purple. And so it's that root word of the changing of the hues. And we are constantly changing. And a way that we get grounded in changing is by being comfortable with the unknown. And the unknown are the realms that are outside of our physical 3D reality. We have an opportunity to get more comfortable with the realms of the unknown, especially in a situation where our physical bodies are under direct threat on multiple levels, especially if we're talking about anybody melanated, alternate religions, Black people. People are not safe, whether it's disease or whether it's white terrorists. People are not really safe out in this physical reality right now because it is imploding, essentially. And so in order to realize that you're more than this, you can tap into the psychic realms, the alternate realms, multidimensional realms. That's what Water Iris wants you to do. And also, these flowers are really delicate and beautiful petals that like come out in these tri-fold. And then they have these really sharp leaves. And so this is speaking to the duality of like cutting to the point and also allowing yourself to be soft, allowing your softness to shine through, your ability to change shine through. And anything that's getting in the way of that, whoosh, you have the opportunity, again, to divert your energy. You don't have to feed into that. And so it's all about being true with yourself, being honest with yourself, and understanding what's right for you and what's not right for you, because it's different for everybody. It's not that I or anybody else can come here and tell you what's right for you. There's so many factors at play. You want to look at where you're at in your ecosystem. You want to look at whose land you're on and who you can be benefiting. You want to look at how you can be benefiting Black people in your community. You want to look at your ancestry and how you can best serve them specifically, not other people's ancestry, your ancestry. And if you don't know, what calls you, what calls your energy on another level than just this physical reality? I'm sure because we're cumulatively growing together that people are feeling called more and more, but maybe not necessarily know how to tap into it or how to stay consistent with it. And the reality is, you're already tapped in, you're already consistent, you're just not focused or intentional. And so, and this is me speaking to myself and maybe you too, but mostly myself. To focus your intention is the most powerful thing that you can do. And it requires awareness. And it is hard to be aware if you're not allowing yourself to be soft, if you're not allowing yourself to be surrounded by people who allow your softness to exist. So, but then we've got this World card. And I think that this is just classic connectedness. It's understanding. I feel like I've been talking about this forever, and I don't know how many people really feel it or feel some kind of integration of the fact that everything that we choose, everything that we do is connected to everything else. And it sends ripple effects. And that's not to make you feel overwhelmed with what you have to do in the world, but it's just acknowledging that every time you make that choice for what's for the highest good of all, you validate that connectedness. You validate the fact that you are accountable to not just yourself, but your environment, your community, and the global community that is connected to you, because we live on one globe. We are merely cells amongst the globe. And so we are this earth. We are the earth. And I want us to not just hear that, but feel it. Find a way to feel that you are actually a part of what you stand on. And you are a part of the connectedness of everything. And thus, everything that you do is important. And not to say that in an egocentric way, but to say that in a way that you are accountable to more than just yourself. And so act accordingly. Act accordingly. And I think that we just have this opportunity right now to have mercy on ourselves, have mercy on others. And again, because for me, it gets hard to think about having mercy on people who actively are destroying. And obviously, that's the human part of me that wants to fight everything. At this point, I think we all know destruction not only is going to happen, but has been happening for so long. Our whole lives have been full of destruction after destruction after destruction. And now we're ready for that to not necessarily be our truth anymore. We're ready to step into our power. We're ready to step outside of that paradigm. But this paradigm is imposing itself on us. And so that's all the more reason to tap into our own alternate dimensional reality or multiple dimensional reality. To tap in with spirit in whatever way feels good for us. It's generally easy to represent the elements and work with the elements because that is our physical reality. You have the right to do that. You can put whatever colors you want on it, whatever rituals you want on it. I mean, within reason, you know. When you start messing around with stuff that you don't know nothing about, that's where you get yourself in trouble. But start small. Just start small somewhere and see what develops, because we have the opportunity to develop so much faster at this point. And so I really just want to empower you to feel that you are connected and you are able to move energy and you're able to protect yourself. And there's so many different ways that you can do that. You're able to tap into your psychic realms and see synchronicities and to feel different dimensional beings. I don't know. I might be talking too far for people, but let's just begin to open the doors and try to understand that it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to end the way that we think it's going to end. And in fact, us thinking that it's going to end that way is further solidifying that ending. So we have to imagine something else. And it's hard to imagine something else when you're fully steeped in the shit. So come to the alternate realms. We could talk about that more too, but come to the alternate realms. We can do a lot. We can do a lot there. All right. I'll see you next time.